I want to say happy birthday to James Earl Jones, who turns 90 today. I hope he gets another 90 birthdays after today. Now, if you don't know who this is, and I would imagine you do know who this is, but for those who don't, he's the voice of Darth Vader. He's a very accomplished actor. He's been a part of a lot more than just Star Wars, but he helped build Star Wars. That character, I can't imagine that character with another voice other than him. And I don't know if that character would have been elevated up as much as he was without James Earl Jones. I don't think you can say he would. That voice just worked so well for that character. And I'm glad he's come back and done some voice work since Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith. He's actually come back and voiced the character a few times, which I think is great. Here's what's really interesting, though. We're going to head on over to the official Twitter Star Wars account. It's actually Kelly Marie Tran's birthday as well. Rose Tico, happy birthday to her. But what's really funny to me is you would think, okay, and this would have been fine to me, is maybe you take a picture of James and Rose or Kelly and put them side by side and say happy birthday to them both. But they don't mention James Earl Jones one time. Very disrespectful. It's almost like they forgot about him. And instead are wishing a character that is so important to the franchise that after The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, they cut her role down to 3 minutes. Very important character. They really do stand by her, don't they? How they gave her a big part in The Last Jedi, and then in Rise of Skywalker, they shut her down to essentially a 3-minute cameo. But hey, happy birthday to you, Kelly. I think it's incredibly disrespectful that they're not wishing James Earl Jones a birthday. Maybe this is nitpicking, but to me, this says a lot about where this franchise is, especially under the Kathleen Kennedy rule, how they just ignore the birthday of an iconic actor that helped build this franchise. This franchise would be shit without James Earl Jones. I don't think... It's a hard debate to have because how do you know, right? But I do know this. There's been other people that have voiced that character in video games and in other parts of the franchise, mostly in video games, and it just doesn't have the same bell. And you can use audio equipment to get him to sound as close to James Earl Jones as you can, but I don't even think they would have been able to do that back then. This franchise would be nothing without the sinister Darth Vader for these movies. And you just ignore James Earl Jones. It's really disrespectful. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying just that. And what's funny about that, a lot of people that have me blocked as well. I guess they don't like my Ray Lesnar picture. But it's just funny. Like, I think that they probably will wish him a happy birthday now, because so many people are pointing out that it's kind of bullshit that you're not. But I just think it's funny that they don't mention him at all. They don't wish him a happy birthday. It really does kind of show where this franchise is. And a lot of actors and actresses that have been involved with this franchise will point out just how bad it is. Mark Hamill throwing some shade here, by the way. Look at this shade he's throwing. So this is Peyton Reed he's responding to, and he says, "Dear at Hamill himself, when I was a kid, this photo hung on my bedroom wall. Star Wars and Luke Skywalker in particular meant a great deal to me. Some things never change. It was an honor and a dream come true to work with you on At The Mandalorian. Thank you." And then Mark Hamill comes in and says, "Dear Mr. Peyton Reed, I am so grateful to have given the unexpected opportunity to revisit my character when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism. Your assured direction and kindness was a crucial element in the experience and means more to me than I can say. Hashtag thank you." Now, a couple of other people have done videos on this, and they all point out this seems like low-level shade throwing at Rian Johnson's version of Luke Skywalker, and I agree. Like, that's how he thought he was going to go out as Luke Skywalker, playing a green milk drinking loser on some planet. And then he got the chance to come back and actually be the character everybody wanted to see again. So much so that people actually cried when they watch it. And then what, of course, did Lucasfilm employees do? They came out and mocked people for loving Luke Skywalker. And, you know, this is what that leads to. Copies of The Last Jedi and Solo rotting away for $5 at Five Below. I don't see any Rogue One there, which is a good movie. You know, I don't see that rotting away. Just The Last Jedi and Solo. Two trash movies that are very hated. So what's funny about this is they've overproduced it so much that it's just rotting away. I mean, this is the best example of The Last Jedi I could ever give somebody. Hey, you want to know what this movie is worth? $5 at a clearance store. Basically, that's The Last Jedi in a nutshell. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you would, please leave a comment. What do you think about all of this? Also, if you would, please like, share the video. Make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.